Well, I've got into pipe smoking quite recently, and I thought I'd do a video showing you how I found is the best way to pack my pipe personally. There's a lot of different ways you can pack a pipe, but what I'm going to share with you is the way I found is most successful for me, in the way that I do it, so it might be useful for some of you. I've got a briar pipe there and a little corncob pipe, but I'll be packing the corncob pipe for the purposes of this video because it's a better beginner pipe to smoke. But it's the same logic on either pipe. So what have we got for the purposes of this video? We've got the corncob pipe that I'm going to be packing. We've got a pipe tool over there which assists in packing it. But you don't need a pipe tool for this, but just having one makes it easier. And a bag of ready rubbed pipe tobacco. If you're doing flake, obviously there's a bit of extra preparation in there for this, but I'll just demonstrate this as it is. So what I've personally found with pipes are that you want to get them so they're packed quite densely, but you can still draw through it. A lot of videos will tell you that you should have a very restricted draw. Other videos will tell you, you have to pack it so it's normal to draw through. I found it's best in a mix between. You want it packed so you get a bit of draw, but not full draw. Okay, so get your pipe tobacco open. And then what we're going to do is get some pipe tobacco out and pop it into the bottom of the bowl. And at this stage we're not really shoving it in, I'm just using my finger to make sure it stays in, but I'm not really putting much pressure on it. And this is where the pipe tool is going to come in handy, is that in a minute I can use the pipe tool and with it I can push it down to the bottom. Okay, now it's getting a bit more difficult to pop in. I'll use the pipe tool and push down with it. And I'm not measuring how far I push it down, I'm just simply pushing it down till it feels quite compacted. And what I do is as I pop it down, is I draw through the pipe and I stop pushing it when I feel the draw starts becoming a bit restricted. Which is about then. So now the pipe's only about half full again, so what I want to do is pop more pipe tobacco in. Now my tobacco, I've let it dry out quite a lot. Most people prefer moist tobacco, but I, to be honest, don't mind tobacco where it's slightly dried out because it's easier to keep the pipe lit, and I find it doesn't impact the flavour much anyway, and this is only just cheap supermarket tobacco. So we're repeating the same process. And it's got harder to draw through again. Now it's about 3/4 full. So using the same logic, I pop more pipe tobacco in the top. And we're just going to stamp that in there. Now what you should find is that that's almost full again, and it's slightly difficult to draw through, so all I'll do now is finish off by popping a bit more in the top and just compacting that ever so slightly. And now I've got my perfect draw. It's slightly restricted, but I can still easily draw through it. So I can draw through to light it, and I can suck the smoke through the stem, but at the same time I can still draw through it. So that's that done. Next step is to smoke it. I hope it's been interesting for you, and hopefully this will work for you. As I've said, you'll find that it can vary a bit from pipe to pipe. People prefer it packed differently for them. A lot of the videos I've followed the tutorials on, I didn't feel worked exactly for me as well as it did for the people in the videos, so it's a lot of trial and error really, but that should hopefully get you to pack it right. And yeah, pipe smoking's very enjoyable. I'm very pleased I took it up, because I actually took it up when I ended up starting to smoke cigarettes, so I took it up in the last couple of months to keep me off the cigarettes, and it's done that job perfectly. I no longer crave cigarettes. and it tastes far nicer than cigarettes. And pipe smoking has one of the lowest cancer risks out of any forms of smoking. Obviously there's still dangers to it, but it's your personal choice whether you do it or not, and I'm happy to do it. I only smoke it 2 or 3 times a week, if that. So it's quite nice. So that's how you pack a pipe, or in my experience that's how I pack a pipe and find it works well. And if people want me to, I'll probably do more videos on sort of lighting the pipe and all things like that. I hope this has been useful for you.